All right, what's going on, gamers? We got a video here to talk about Halo reaching a new low, right? And how Microsoft is just tanking it along with Xbox. You can kind of see Halo taking off, so does Xbox. Because if Mario had some problems like that, of course, that's going to affect Nintendo, right? I mean, that's their huge mascot. Or PlayStation, you know, Uncharted, Last of Us, you know, stuff like that. But getting into this, we see that when Bungie was with Microsoft in the OG days, and it had multiplayer, by the way, have LAN parties and all that, it had a 97 Metacritic. Yeah, if you guys didn't know that, original Halo Combat Evolved in 2001, see it right there, November 15th, 2001, had 97 meta. The Halo campaign evolved without the multiplayer today, put on the Unreal Engine 5 slop, and adding in cutscenes that people were like, yeah, this is just not what we want, is down to an 81 meta. This is what you call not keeping up with the legacy. When you see Metroid Prime Remaster from Nintendo, that had like a 95 meta. Original 97, or it had a 94 now. Maybe it went down to that, right? Demon Souls 90 plus 92 meta. And the original like a 90 meta damn near. So they're honoring that. When you look at Final Fantasy VII Remake with Square, they honor that and they make it way better. They don't take away from the game. They actually make it better. Whereas like Halo Campaign Evolved, to me, it's more like Halo Campaign Devolved. You took away something that was so precious. Not only did you jump to Unreal Engine 5, which is a freaking AI Slop engine, but you abandoned the art and aspects of the original Halo. And you abandoned multiplayer. You didn't even put local multiplayer, right? And you put sprint and aspects into it in third person that really does not fit the soul of Halo. I'm not saying it's bad to have those options. Don't get me wrong. I'm not really beating it down because of that. But basically what I'm saying is these reviews are reflecting something also too that is just not working as much as people thought compared to 2001. We're not in 2001 right now. We're in 2026. And we can see the aging right here is very bad. James says Xbox fanboys today are in hiding. Not only that, but they made it to where if you even want to enjoy this game, you have to get online and you have to sign into an Xbox account if you're on PlayStation. I'm pretty sure the same thing is available on Steam as well. Day one patch, whatever. You know what I mean? If you want to play Halo online with somebody, obviously you're going to need to be able to, you're going to have to be able to sign in. I mean, that to me, I don't care about that. So getting the patch is whatever to me. I don't care about that. But if I have a physical copy and I need to get online and sign into something, that's kind of defeats the point of the disc. And it's a single player game. It doesn't have multiplayer. So why do I need local split screen interference with an account and getting online and all that? It's just, that stuff to me is just crazy. And we saw what happened yesterday when Halo was down. The launch wasn't even right. And then they were going to try to put a paywall on PlayStation Plus for local, but that ended up being reversed and people tried to blame Sony for that. It's like, no, I don't think so. So this right here is like, it's a letdown. And we have a lot to talk about here because this is not just a post that we're going to be looking at here. We just wanted to start off right there just to remind people what the hell's going on here. Let's see what this guy has to say here. All right, he says remaking Halo and then deliberately hiding every mention and appearance of an annoying girl boss character who's constantly in the player's face is a terrible look for Xbox, especially when they're trying to save a brand that spent years in the gutter and became the laughingstock of the entire gaming industry. Seriously, if they were going to include a character like that, because a lot of people do not like this character for some reason, they would have been better off not making those extra missions at all. There's a better way to do it. To like honor it, to say, man, we love this, but 343 has not been doing anything good with Halo at all. The only thing that I see that was good was the Master Chief Collection. And you're just keeping to Bungie's formula and making it look better. That's it. That's all you had to do. Not take away things. Actually, they would have been better off never remaking Halo in the first place. The entire project has been unnecessary from day one. Seriously, Xbox, you are by far the dumbest video game company I've ever seen. I'm going to have to agree with like that. I don't even consider them a true video game company. It's Microsoft. I've never seen a brand go so far out of its way to sabotage itself the way Xbox does. Yeah. That's pretty obvious, unless you have brain rot like a Gamester type of person, because, you know, we already know he's dumb as hell. So you can't take low IQ imbeciles that serious. You know what I mean? You just ignore them. And they get mad when you don't feature them or pay them attention. You know what I mean? Or give them any attention, because why would you? They're way below you. I haven't even played it yet. The copy I got as a gift on Steam doesn't unlock till the 28th. This is a Steam player, by the way. This is a guy in Steam. So I'll get to see for myself just how much damage they managed to do to the franchise, right? This guy says, LOL, Halo blocked me entirely from criticism of their ugly Pride Month skins. Whoever runs their socials is a little, as we see that right there. We already have a good female character, and that's Lieutenant McKay. As we know, her chapters in Halo the Flood are great. She is great and helped flash out ODSTs, but God forbid 343 shows a Bungie character in a positive light. Oh, everything they're doing is basically dumping on Bungie's legacy. It's not even hard to really see this. I don't like the art either. This is like, ugh, you're ugly. No. You're not honoring the legacy of Halo. This guy says, I love Halo, and for that reason, it must die now. The TV show was corporate slop, absolute trash. But of course, are you surprised? It's micro slop. Every game since Reach, trash. Halo 5 to me was absolutely soulless. I remember when I played the campaign, I kind of felt like I kind of just like drifted through it. Then I went to multiplayer and I'm like, okay, that's enough for me. On the first day, I'm not joking, because I didn't even get it in Xbox One until way later in the generation when they announced the Xbox One X, because it did just look like a bland, boring generation. And I went to Halo 5 and I'm like, okay, no wonder why. This game is mediocre. I'm like, so, yeah, you're not Bungie. Just let the franchise pretty much rest in peace. It should have died a decade ago. So this guy does not like that, right? These are a couple things that I'm reading right here. Then we saw Haley's post. They slapped enemy markers on invisible elites, completely defeating the point of them being invisible. The studio has unlocked a tier of stupidity I think reality allowed. They've completely butchered Halo. Absolutely retarded developers. Then down here, you guys, I want you to read this post too. This is also interesting. Halo's Project Ekur was canceled because players didn't want a battle royale game. That's why they canceled it, by the way. We just found this out today. TDLR, Pierre was responsible for pushing Ekur project being approved. Second guessing the vision of the project. Delaying development by constantly giving the development team new priorities. Initially ignoring market research feedback that proved it was the wrong direction. Canceling Ekur became campaign evolved and needed to be saved. They had to grab something. The market research could not be ignored. It's kind of makes sense, right? Just go ahead and grab this. Oh, let's grab this real quick and just throw it on Unreal Engine 5 and make some AI Slop missions and paint it and don't do multiplayer. And here we go, man. It's all good. And add in the sprint button and all the stuff we did for Halo 5. The assets are pretty much already there. Yeah, that's what they did. Going down, it says, I'm told Pierre Hintz chose to act as a creative lead and head of production alongside his actual role of studio head. He became too involved with development while continuously changing directives, which caused development to become a mess and fall way behind schedule. This includes canceling the Slipspace Engine Battle Royale game, codenamed Project Tatanka, rebranding it into Unreal Engine Extraction Shooter Project, which was Ekur. Second, guessing himself by turning it back into a battle royale game and then canceling it, just like Tatanka. What a mess. See, it seems like they just don't know what they're doing. They're lost. Late into Ekur's development, Pierre finally decided to save market research done on the Halo franchise. The result confirmed that most Halo fans did not want a battle royale. They only wanted a full classic Halo game with multiplayer. Oh man, not that hard, is it, guys? Really not that hard, is it? Also, Ekur was developed 100% in Unreal Engine rather than a hybrid engine like Campaign Evolved. I'm told they managed to get Halo's gameplay to work properly in Unreal Engine and play tested it daily, but there was disagreements about whether it truly felt like Halo, and this was coming from Rebs Gaming. Ekur was 100% developed in Unreal Engine rather than a hybrid engine like Campaign Evolved. I'm told they managed to get Halo's gameplay to work properly in Unreal Engine and play tested it daily, but there was disagreements about whether it truly felt like Halo. As we see right here, canceled. Now we got details about why that happened. Started as a battle royale game, Project Tatanka. Tatanka canceled, turned into an extraction shooter game. 3 turned back into a battle royale game after initially not doing that. Wow, look at this insanity. And then 4, they canceled it. Yeah, I mean, late into Ekur's development, Pierre finally decided to have market research done on the Halo franchise. The results confirmed that most Halo fans did not want a battle royale game. They only wanted a full classic Halo game. So they went back to Halo 1, and then they removed multiplayer, then put it on Unreal Engine 5, and gave you those AI missions with a little bit of development in there. And the art and everything, the Needler's ugly. People don't like that new character added in, just like that annoying character on Metroid. People didn't like that. We saw that its points went down for Metroid Prime 4, though I enjoyed Metroid Prime 4, but it definitely was nowhere at the peak of Metroid Prime trilogy. But we see what's going on here. that was a full circle of wasting time and resources. And because Halo's such a big franchise, Microsoft doesn't really know what to do with it. They can't throw away 343. Look at what they did to the Doom studio. They have to work on their projects. So they're trying to figure out what they want to do next with Halo. I'm telling you, it's a complete mess. And it was the same thing with Halo 5, right? Not Halo 5, sorry, Halo Infinite. Remember that launched looking messy, and they had to delay that an entire year and get a lot of developers to help them finish that. They didn't do that by themselves. So Halo, since Bungie has left, has only went downhill. The only type of thing that was absolutely good was the Master Chief Collection, and that was amazing. But all you had to do was just basically keep Bungie's pre-made legendary formula respected and just make it better. Like, meaning touch up 60 frames per second, 120, make the engine better and keep it the way that it is. And that's all they did. It's not like they made anything new, right? You see what I mean? So anything they tried outside of that was actually Halo 5, garbage. Halo Infinite, the campaign was good, but the multiplayer, canceled 3 games. The MMO was canceled too, and they took out multiplayer from Halo 1. So we have a lot of fans here just not happy with them. I'm telling you, if you go down the timelines on Twitter, this guy says 343, nobody's happy. 343 outdid themselves. They made a bigger piece of crap than CEA and will continue raping my beloved childhood franchise because they are somehow the only Xbox studio immune from layoffs and closures. And we see 1,400 people coming in liking this. Bungie shills, whining as always. Bungie hasn't been good since 2014. Exactly, since Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 launch. So this guy says, hey, I've been a long-time Halo fan. Halo CE was the first game I played ever. 343 has done a lot of bad to the series, no denying that. IMO. Maybe we didn't need a CE remake. As we know, Combat Evolved, not Campaign Evolved. But just look at it. It's very obviously a quality remake, nothing close to CEA. Literally, the more I look at it, the worse it gets. Character assassinations, theater kid dialogue, terrible cutscenes, introducing new weapon only to make it unusable by the player, emasculating Chief in a new prequel missions, look beyond the shiny paint, dude. That's pretty funny. This guy can't even say anything correctly. Saying this is the worst and CEA is laughable. See, here's my thing. CEA is definitely like, listen, I'm not interested in your nostalgic BS. I am tired of grifters like you whining endlessly to make some clicks off of weak-minded individuals who can't think for themselves. Ever put up with it or SDF up and get another hobby? What an idiot. Like, he's an absolute moron. Everybody knows this game should have multiplayer too, and they're not doing service to it. It is leagues above CEA. Oh, man, that's pretty funny. You know what? That I could give to people as a double-edged sword. Like, it's like, okay, no, you know what? Totally fine. It's okay. So this guy says they couldn't even be effed to backport the seat switching animation. You just teleport now. This is comical. You do. 10,000 people liked it. The reception of Halo Campaign Evolve underlines a bigger problem for Microsoft. Granting early access to commentators with an adversarial stance all but guarantees coverage framed around decline rather than progress, reinforcing a narrative of Xbox mismanagement. At the same time, leadership can't keep empowering voices that diminish the brand while diluting the value of the few IPs that still define it. If the goal is to rebuild confidence in Xbox, a strategy needs to stop contradicting itself. Turning flagship franchises into cross-platform concessions weakens the very identity they're supposed to protect. Here's the thing, they can't do that, you know that. But I get what you're saying. We saw that with the Halo PS5 t-shirt. You can never take that back. That was your last event of all time too. This guy says, this is genuinely one of the cringiest scenes ever. Why are the Covenants acting like theater kids? 2.2K. So we get an idea here. A lot of people are not happy with what is going on in the Halo world. Like I said, it tanked down to an 81 meta from a 97 Metacritic. That is a huge downfall. There is no argument that this game should have or should have not had multiplayer. Everybody knows it should have. And it's not a problem to put it there. And they still can have a choice to add in an expansion and add in the multiplayer. So what do you guys think? Become a member, leave a tip down below, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about Halo getting an 81 meta, falling 16 points lower than the original that launched with multiplayer back in 2001. What a drop off, right? Once again, Microsoft can't launch anything that is epic, and its own mascot is now at a low peak, and Forza is now its golden mascot, I guess you could say, at the moment. And I want to say that it's not even a mascot out of Forza, right? But it's its golden IP at the moment. Everything else that Microsoft originally had is not in the spotlight. We're going to see what happens with Gears, right? We're going to see what happens with Gears. What does that end up scoring? What do you guys think that's going to do? And honestly, I hope it does fine. But this is what we were talking about earlier, right? 97, 81, 89, 92, Demon Souls. And they're saying Xbox tax, but it's like, dude, it doesn't have multiplayer. They downgraded the game. This guy's an Xbox fanboy, and he's butthurt about that. I had to go ahead and comment about that. And if you go on his page too, which is absolutely hilarious, he has it up right here too, that Metroid Prime has a 94. It was actually at a 95. That had 70 reviews. This actually has 95. And it was at a 95, but it went down to a 94. But even then, same thing with Square with Final Fantasy VII remakes. They're honoring those games and they make them epic and people love them. They don't detract. They don't take away from it. They make it better. When Nintendo does remasters, they actually add content into games. Demon Souls is actually a faithful remake and it was done very well. Everybody loved it. Everybody does not feel the same about Halo Campaign Evolved. And I tell you what, this was only the 39 critic review. Wait till it gets up to 50 and 60. This could end up tanking down into the 70 bracket. Also, a funny thing is that you notice is that Sony is the one that got the most PlayStation 5 review codes. How is it that is your IP, but PlayStation still is the platform to be chosen to represent the most reviews of Halo? I'm telling you right now, you're seeing everything right here about the weakness of the Xbox brand and identity. The only people that are not going to be able to handle the obvious right here are frauds like GameStop and them, because those guys, like I said, they're not that smart. They're pretty dumb. They just wake up and they defend the Xbox world. It's pretty sad when you go to somebody's channel and all you see is Xbox defense forcing. You never see a video against any Xbox fanboy. You only see videos against PlayStation fanboys or PlayStation lovers, Nintendo fanboys or Nintendo lovers, and whoever else is outside of that. But you will never see a single video like, go on those people's pages and tell me where you see anybody in the Xbox world get harassed. It's pretty sad when you can't make original content, but it's more sad when you're a one-dimensional low IQ moron who can't do anything but wake up and have Dreamcast guy tattooed across your brain and reflect that. Because that's what I see on that channel. When I went over there, I'm like, okay, this is so brain dead. It's like not even worth paying attention to. And you go all over the rest of YouTube, nobody else is doing that. That's the only place that exists in the world where all the leftover little cultist fanatics, and it's pretty pathetic. So it's like, yeah, why would I lower myself down to that? That feels like just tanking down like this right here. That's what you would feel like. Oh man, this is my IQ right here, right? When I go to that channel, it's like, oh man, you know what, I might want to go down to the 70 bracket or maybe the 65 because that's what it feels like. It's like, please shut up. You're so stupid. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think. As usual, AGN covering multiple topics: Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, Steam, AI, politics, RAM, SSDs. I've covered everything. I've done salt farming. I've criticized the Xbox world for a while. I used to do PlayStation fanboy content. Hey, you've seen it. I have multiple facets on this channel consistently. And I made amends for anybody that, you know, I have wronged, because that's what I do. And when I say something, I stick to my word. I'm not a fraud. I don't send people into somebody's comments saying I want to make peace and do all this and then turn around and be worse right after that. You can't take somebody serious like that because their mind is broken up and they're two-faced. They're not real. So you have to ignore morons like that, definitely when you stump them into the ground, right? Because it's like, dude, this guy destroyed you last year consistently. Made you look so dumb, you stopped posting videos for a while and tried to make peace. And then you come back again because you're a puppet to somebody behind you who can't come face me. Then you got called out to come onto Porter Rocks Live and you dodged 4 nights in a row. AGN called you out consistently and you dodged because you can't face me man to man and you won't come on the camera. You're just a fraud that bumps off of people's video and can't make a thumbnail and wants to harass off the camera. You're a coward. You won't come on stage. You won't put your face on the stage. You're a fat loser sitting in the room that nobody likes. And you can't get any woman. I know that. Don't nobody want you. So you hide offline and cope and bum and leech off of other people's videos. You're a toxic, degenerate parasite. And you don't have the balls enough to be the man to come on the camera and challenge me. Come do it. Let Porter Rock set up a live. Come debate me and Porter Rock live. You won't do it because you'll get destroyed. You don't have any debate skills. You're just a loser parroting what you find up online and you harass off of other people's pre-made videos. And get Dreamcast guy's cock out your mouth. And mine too. It's like, so bro, like what's wrong with you? It's like you're obsessed with the guy. You can't wake up without thinking about Dreamcast guy too. It feels like that's like tattooed across your brain. And you can't function on YouTube without him. You need him so bad to make something. And then now you have to put me in that category because you can't live without him. You need him to do anything. You are a parasite. Everybody knows it. Nobody likes you either. You're a loser that's getting boosted on the side too. Get out of here, loser. Go do something with your life and actually help out humanity besides being a brain-dead scumbag on YouTube. YouTube doesn't need you. You're a loser. You don't provide anything or give anything to the community. You're just a parasite. Later, get smoked, loser.